Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in this video we will be practicing questions related to reasoning ability. Okay, so it will be very helpful if you are also going to attempt your TCS NQT examinations soon. Make sure to watch this video till complete end, because with just one video you will get a practice of different concepts, because I have created this video in such a way that you will get a practice of different questions and different concepts in just one single video. Okay, if you have any doubts in any of the questions, you can let me know in the comment section and I will try to answer 100% of the comments that I get on this video. Before we start the video, if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I regularly upload these kinds of helpful preparation videos for all of you. There is a complete playlist on my channel related to TCS NQT. Make sure to check this too. There is already a lot of videos that I have posted in this playlist. So without wasting any time, let's get started with today's video. Let's look at this question. The question is, select the option that is related to the third term in the same way as the second term is related to the first term. Okay, and then we have this pattern and we have to figure out the answer. Let's see how can we solve this question. I'll quickly write down the pattern that we have here. So T by C is 60, and then we have this ratio, and then X by E is what? Okay, so see, in order to solve X by E is what, we need to understand the pattern that is getting followed for T by C. Okay, so let's try to figure out. Okay, it is what it is following. See, T by C is 60. The first approach should be the placement of T in the alphabetical series. Okay, so T comes at which position? Okay, you have to understand that. Okay, so T comes at 20th position in the alphabetical series. In the same way, C comes where? C comes in the third position. So let's see if it is straight away mathematics or not. So 20 by 3. 20 by 3 is not 60, right? But we can understand here slash is what? Here slash is kind of multiplication, right? Because 20 into 3 is 60, right? So slash is kind of doing the work of multiplication in this case. So now we have deduced the logic. Now we will apply the same logic in place of X by E. Okay, so first understand what is the placement of X in the alphabetical series. It is coming on the 24th character. Okay, 24th position, and then E is on which position? E is on 5th position. So what we will do? 24 by 5. But understand, 24 by 5 is not division, it is multiplication. So what we will do? 24 into 5. This gives us 120. So the correct answer in this case is going to be 120, which is option number A. Okay. So the answer for this question is option A, 120. Hope you have understood the logic. So guys, before we move on to the next question, I just want to humbly request you that if you are finding these videos helpful, and if you feel that this has helped in your journey of understanding questions and practicing these questions, please do consider subscribing to the channel, because it takes a lot of hard work to create this type of content for all of you. Let's now move on to the next question. Rohini goes 5 kilometers towards east. Okay, so 5 kilometers towards east. As always, we will start from this point. So 5 kilometers. So what we can do is we can mark it like this: 5 kilometers towards east from a fixed point N. So this is our fixed point N. And then 35 kilometer after turning to her left. So after turning to her left, 35 kilometers she is going. So 35 will be in this direction. Okay, and again she goes 10 kilometer after turning to her right. So right for Rohini will be this. So 10 kilometer towards her right. So suppose Rohini is at this point right now. After this she goes 35 kilometer after turning to her right. So for the right of Rohini will be in this direction. So she is going 35 kilometers this direction. Okay, so how far is she from N? So currently Rohini is at this point. Now how far is she from the starting point? So basically we have to find out this value. So this value will be basically 5 plus 10, that is 15 kilometers. So Rohini is currently at 15 kilometers from the starting point, or you can say from point N. So in this way you have to solve these questions. Let's look at this question that we have. In this question, a statement followed by two courses of action numbered 1 and 2. You have to assume everything in the statement to be true, and on the basis of the information given in the statement, decide which of the suggested courses of action logically follows for pursuing. Statement is, Rajan, who is the technical team leader at XYZ company, mostly insults their team members for even small mistakes. When the courses of actions mentioned are, first is, he should be fired from the job immediately, and second is, all the team members should also reply to him in the same sense and tone as Rajan does. And the options are, only first course of action follows,
option B is only second follows, option C is neither one nor two follows, and option D is both one and two follows. So guys, let's understand this problem. First of all, let's start by reading the statement. What is the question that is asked is, you are given a statement, okay, and you have to tell, based on that statement, there are two sentences given to you or two courses of actions given to you. So you have to tell which one is correct, okay, and which one is not correct, or if both are correct or both are wrong, okay. So let's start by reading this statement first of all. Rajan, who is the technical team leader at XYZ company, mostly insults their team member for even small mistakes, okay. Let's see, based on this, what is our first course of action? First course of action is he should be fired from the job immediately. Okay, see, like I'll suggest you guys, okay, just pause for a moment, think of it, what you can think of this problem, and then what's the solution. See, what I would say is, according to first course of action, what it is telling is directly fire him from the job immediately. But you see, firing someone immediately for the behavior might not be the best course of action. Instead, corrective measure should be taken, like, counseling, feedback, or HR intervention should be considered first. Okay, so directly you cannot fire someone, right, based on their behavior. So this extent we can say it's like too extreme and does not follow the, like, does not logically follow directly. Okay, so it should not be like, this is not logically which will be done in this case. If such a behavior is there, then usually what is the procedure, that HR course of action should be taken or counseling should be done for that person. Okay, so we can say course of action 1 does not follows. Okay, let's now see second course of action. All the team members should also reply to him in the same sense and tone as Rajan does. Okay, see, again, this what would, if everyone follows this, then what would have happened is, this would create a toxic work environment and worsen the situation rather than solving it, because in that case now Rajan is also being toxic and like troubling everyone, and others are also following the same. So this will create a very toxic work environment. So this is also not a correct measure that to be taken, or correct course of action to be taken. So because retaliation is not a logical or professional solution, right? So that is why this is also wrong. So let's see the options now. Only one follows, this is not a correct one. Only two follows is not correct. Neither one nor two follows, yes. And both one and two follows, this is also not correct. Okay, so the correct answer that we have selected in this case is going to be option number C, which is neither one nor two follows. Why so? Because see, we have logically thought, right, both the options, and we didn't found out that they are the apt one. So that is why we are saying option C is the correct answer in this case. Okay, option C is the correct answer. Let's now move on to the next question.
Next question now. So this is our next question, that is question number 2. Let's try to solve it first. So just in case if you have got the logics, try to solve it on your own first and then watch the remaining video. So the question 2 is, a man walks 5 kilometers towards south. So 5 kilometers towards south. Okay. Next is, and then turns to the right. So the right for this man will be this direction. Okay. Then turns to the right after walking 3 kilometers. So after walking 3 kilometers in the right, he turns to the left and walks 5 kilometers. So after walking 3 kilometers in the right, he walks 5 kilometers towards his left. So the left for this person will be this. So 5 kilometers towards the left. Now in which direction he is from the starting point? So basically he is in this direction, right? So what is this direction called as? So this direction is called as southwest direction. So these kinds of direction based questions are also being regularly asked. Okay,
let's look at this question. We have the question as, select the correct mirror image of the given figure when the mirror is held or placed at AB. Okay, which means on the right hand side the mirror is placed. So we have to understand what will be the mirror image that will come here. Okay, after the like in the mirror, how the characters will look like. See, guys, in order to solve this question, before that you need to understand few things when it comes to mirror image concept. Okay, so the mirror is placed in this way, right, which is like vertically. Okay, so it reflects the image horizontally. Okay, left and right sides are swapped first of all. So whichever is on this side, okay, which is nearest to the mirror, will come here. Okay, in this position. Okay, understand that thing first. So let's understand by this thing, let's first of all see the options and let's try to eliminate the ones which are not correct. The S and Z should come here. Okay, S and Z is coming here in this one also. So see, this one everyone is following the same. Now the second thing that you should notice is letter reflections. Okay, so like we have 4 letters, right? N, Z, Q, and N, S, Q, and Z. Okay, now you have to understand, in letters also there are different types of letters. Okay, like A, A is called a symmetrical letter, okay, because if we would have A in this case, okay, if the mirror would be in this direction, A would reflect as it is, okay, because A is kind of symmetrical vertically, okay, because A in this way would reflect the same way. That is why A is a symmetrical. So now we have to understand, in our case also, do we have any symmetrical letters or not? So see, N is not a symmetrical letter, okay, because N appears reversed. So the reverse like order of N will be what? This one, okay. This is how N will appear if the mirror is placed on the horizontal, like this vertical side, that is the right side, okay. So that is why N is not a symmetrical one. Similar goes with the S. S is also not a symmetrical one. So after, like, after the mirror image, it will look something like this, okay. Comes to Q. Q is also not symmetrical. So the tail of Q will go in this direction, okay, after mirror image. Next is Z. Z is again not a mirror symmetrical character. So after, the mirror image, it will look something like this. Now we have understood how the 4 characters or the 4 letters that we have are not symmetrical. So what will be the final answer? So as I told, S will come in this place, okay. So S will be something like this. Then we have Q. So not Q but Z, okay. Z will come below S. So Z will be something like this. Then like this. Okay, then next up we have N. So N, the mirror image, after any mirror image, it will look like this. And then Q will look like this with the tail at this end. So now if you see the matching options, S, N, Z, Q. First one is matching. So for now, let us consider this is the correct. But let's also analyze the other options also. What was wrong in them? So in the B option, you can clearly see Q is wrongly placed. In C, you can see N. N is not mirror imaged. So that is why this is wrong. And in D, if you see Z, okay, Z is not mirror image. So that is why D is also not the correct answer. The correct answer is going to be option number A, which is this one. Okay, hope you have understood it. Let's now move on to the next question. Let's look at this question that we have. The question is, select the figure from among the given options that can replace the question mark in the series. Okay, and then we have a series. We have to tell which one will be the next character that is going to come in the series. So let's quickly solve this question by writing the series that is given to us first. And in this series, basically our work is to understand the pattern that is getting followed or the logic that is getting followed. So see, first character is 78, second is 156. Let's understand. 78 when we multiply with 2, what do we get? 2 8s are 16, 2 7s are 14, 1 15. Okay, this is multiplication of 2. Okay, next is what? 156 to 468. Okay, 166, if you multiply with 2, it is less, okay, less than 468. But if you multiply with 3, let's see, 3 6 are 18, 3 5 are 15 plus 1 16, 3 1s are 3 plus 1 4. Okay, this was multiplication with 3. Okay, we have started seeing a pattern that initially it was multiplied with 2, this one is multiplied with 3. Let's try to continue this pattern and see if we multiply this with 4, do we get this or not? 468 multiplied with 4, 4 8s are 32, 4 is 24 plus 3, 27, 4 4 is 16 plus 2, 18. Yes, the exact pattern is getting followed. That is, next is 1872. Let's see if we follow the same pattern. When we multiplied with 5, 1872 multiplying with 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 7s are 35 plus 1 36, 5 8s are 40, 40 plus 3 is 43, 5 1s are 5 plus 4 9, 9 3 6 0 is the next character that should come according to our logic. Let's see if we have that option. This one is not the correct. This is also not correct. Yes, option 3 is the correct one. So the correct answer for this question is going to be option C, which is 9360. Moving on to the next question.
Okay, next question is, Shyam walked 40 meters facing towards the north. So Shyam walked 40 meters. So 40. So currently Shyam is this point. Okay. Now from there he walked 50 meters after turning to his left. So left of Shyam is this. So 50 meters in this direction. After this he walked 40 meters towards his left. So left of Shyam is this. So Shyam has walked 40 meters again towards his left. How far and in what direction he is now from his starting point? So Shyam is currently at this point. Now we have to find the distance between the starting point and his current position, which means this distance. So this distance is what? 50. And in what direction he is currently now? So he is currently at his west. So the correct answer for this question will be 50 west. Okay, because two things are being asked, right? One is direction and the other is far, like the distance. So the correct answer for this question is 50 west. Moving on.
Okay, let us look at this problem. Select the option in which the figure pair share the same relationship as shared by the given pair of figures. Okay, and so we have these two figure pairs. We have to understand the logic. Okay, what is the relationship they are sharing, or what is the logic that is getting followed in these two figures, and based on that we have to see which of the options figures are also following the same logic. Okay, let us understand. We have three images in the first figure. Okay, this is figure 1 and this is figure 2. Okay, so in the first figure we have three images, and from figure 1 to figure 2 what change is happening is the color is getting alternate. Okay, the one which has black color inside it is getting to white, and the one without color is getting to black. Okay, which means color change. Okay, color change is happening. That is the first logic. Second thing is the centered symbol is in its own place, but the placement of the small characters is getting changed to horizontal. Okay, so we can say horizontal shift, okay, of small symbols. Okay, not the larger one which is in the center. So this is the two things that we have seen and we have noticed that is happening. Okay, let's now, based on these two things, let us now analyze the options. Okay, first thing is, see, in the first figure the color itself is not changing. In the main figure also it is dark, and in the second one also it is dark, so that is why it cannot be the answer. Let's see the second one. Here also color change is not happening, so that is why this is also wrong. In the third one, if you see, color change is happening. Okay, first is getting followed. Let's see the second one, horizontal shift is happening or not. So according to our logic, triangle should come here, not triangle, but this is the diamond. Okay, and then this triangle should go there, and then this should be the like trapezium or whatever, hexagon or whatever is it, and after that the color change should be how, this should be dark and these should be empty. Let's see if it is following. No, see, if you see here it is coming triangle, but according to our logic it should be diamond, right? Because here what it is doing, it is not doing horizontal shift, instead it is doing vertical shift. Okay, like it is moving this way up and this way down, but we want it this way. Okay, like if it is this side, so it should be going there and this one should be going there. Hope you have understood it, though that is why this is also wrong. Let's see the last one, if it is following or not. So the color change is happening. Okay, this one was white, it is getting black, black to white, white to black. Okay, this is following. Okay, horizontal shift is also happening. Okay, so triangle is going there and circle is going here. So this one is the correct one in this case. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is going to be option number D. Hope you have understood it. For any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Moving on to the next question. Let's look at this problem that we have. The question is, select the option that is related to the third number in the same way as second number is related to the first number. We have this thing. Let's write it first of all. 140 is to 25. Then 964 is to what? Okay, 964 is to what? Let's understand. So what the question is saying, what is the relationship between these two? Okay, you have to understand that first, and based on that you have to again form a relationship between this and the what will be the next number according to that logical relationship. Let's understand how you will proceed with this type of question. First of all, you will try to find the logic between these two, right? So let's start with maybe like, okay, what if 140 divided by 25? What does it? Okay, 5.6. That is not a clean number, so that does not seem to be any logic according to that, right? Okay, let's ignore that. Let's do addition and subtraction. 140 plus 25, 140 minus 25. Again we will get some digits, but those also does not clearly seems to be following any logic here. Let's do one more thing. Okay, that is there in my mind, but again I would suggest you pause the video and try to think on your own, and then come up. If you don't get anything, then continue watching the solution. Let's see what we can do. I have 140. Okay, so for 140 what I'm thinking is, what if I add all the digits? Okay, 1 plus 4 plus 0. Okay, I'm getting 5. Is 5 somehow related to 25? Yes, maybe if I do 5 square I can get 25. Yes, so this is the only pattern that will follow in this case. Okay, so you have to understand this pattern, and based on that you have to generate the answer. And see, once you have found a logic, okay, if your logic is not the correct one, then your answer that you will try to find out will not match with the options. Then you have to understand that the logic that I am thinking of is not correct. Okay, so then you have to think some other logic in that case. So let's now try to follow the logic that we have found out. So 964, what we will do, 9 plus 6 plus 4, this will give us what? 19. Okay, 9 plus 6 is 15, 15 plus 4 is 19. Okay, so we are getting the term as 19. What we will do, 19 square. So 19 square is how much? If you know, 19 square is 361. Let's see if we have that option. Yes, the first option itself is 361. So in this way the correct answer for this question is going to be option number A, which is 361. Hope you have understood the logic. Moving on to the next one.
So this is the next question that we have. So again, let's try to quickly create the family tree. You do it by pausing the video and I'll create here. So A is the father of C. A is the father of C, but C is not his son. Okay, so C is not his son, which means that C is his daughter. E is the daughter of C. So E is the daughter of C. F is the spouse of A. So F is the spouse of A. And B is the brother of C. B is the brother of C. D is the son of B. D is the son of B. And G is the spouse of B. So G is the spouse, and H is the father of G. So H is the father of G. So for now we have created our family tree diagram. Let's now look at our questions. Who is the grandmother of B? So we have B over here. Now D's father is B, and the mother of B is F. So the grandmother of B is F. Okay, moving on to the next question. Who is the son of F? So here is F, and F has a daughter C who has a brother B. So the son of F is B. Moving on to the next question. Who is the grandson of H? So here we have H, and H has a daughter G, and that daughter has a son, which is D. So the grandson of H will be B. The correct answer is D. Again, this is the third question in the series that you need to comment down. We have already seen previous two questions that you have to comment. Now this again you have to comment down, how is B related to H. So we have B over here and H over here. You need to find the relation between them and make sure that you find the relation of B to H and not H to B. So we have to find how is B related to H. Now so find out the answer and comment down. Make sure that you definitely comment down.
So guys, so far we have solved a lot of questions now. Now it is your chance, and I have two questions for you, which is your DIY questions. Make sure to attempt these two DIY questions and write down the answers of these two DIY questions in the comment box. DIY as in do it yourself. So you have to do these questions. I am not going to tell you the answers of these questions. Let's read out the problem statement. Aman walks 10 meters north, then turn right towards right and walks 5 meters. He again turns right and walks 10 meters. Finally, he turns left and walks 10 meters. How far is he from his starting point? We have the options as 10 meters, 15 meters, 20 meters and 5 meters. Make sure to solve this question and write down the answer in the comment section. Moving on to the second DIY question that we have for you. In this question, we are told is book is related to pages in the same way as building is related to. So we have four options. Building is related to bricks, cement, floors or rooms. So you have to again answer this question in the comment box. Make sure to attempt both of the questions.
So that's all for today, guys. I hope you found the video helpful. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Make sure to join me on Telegram and Instagram as well. You can ask your queries in the Instagram DM as well. And if you need any content, you can request it on our Telegram channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet to receive all the latest regular updates. I regularly post off-campus drives and preparation related videos for placements on my channel. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video.